It's time for change to move into the real work of the universe. And it's time to understand that we use the matter state to reach the level of understanding of the soul of the man. Now you understand maybe why the Creator has sent his messengers in the name of whatever you have had. Is that they bring the ears that it can be used when the time of the Messiah comes. They can teach the soul and the message, not to oppose. But by them understanding through those who have become Messiahs to give from their souls to these to elevate, the job is made easy. The school is there and the students are devotedly there. Then there won't be any fight between what they call the Muslims and the Christians. The lamb and the lion will eat and sleep in the same nest. The Christians and the Muslims will sleep and pray in the mosque and in the same church in the name of their souls, not in the name of religion that is used to create so much conflict for the benefit of those who were the hyperactive children. The time has come, the time of change is here. And as I said, my wish is my command. If it's your wish to see peace, the path of peace is laid very clearly. It's the soul of the collective awareness. By giving will create that position of change. No other thing. There is no pen in the soul of the man. And I'm sure once you go into the universal community, you will never see anything written but the balance of the fields of the soul of the existence. Try to be humble enough not to become arrogant in the power that you have understood and you possess. Otherwise, you'll fall in the same path of the church and the mosque. This is what we promised, and this is what we have delivered. We have to understand the operation of the soul, and we have to understand the soul of the man is a star in the cosmos of the universe. If we compare the soul of the man and many of us, 7 billion in one collection, Earth is like a galaxy with so many stars. When we look in the depth of the universe, we see galaxies with hundreds of millions of stars in it. So is the planet Earth. It carries 7 billion beautiful stars, which are the soul of the man. Carries with it soul of so many trillions of animals, plants, and everything else. So if you look, when someone who does not see the physicality of the earth and its content, what do they see? They see a galaxy with so many beautiful lights shining, each one according to their strength, each one according to their position. An infant has a beautiful soul, so has the old man. To those who do not see the physical dimension of this planet, but they see the strength of the field, we are clusters of stars. The human race, every single soul, no one from a distance sees that's the soul of a fisherman, that's the soul of the cosmologist, that's the soul of a president. They all shine irrespective of the physicality. This is the magic. This is what the new science has to bring to man. When we look through our soul, we see nothing but the star in the other souls. And this is the break. This is the understanding. This is what all these teachings are about. Coming to mature to the next level, to understand in the deep space, the universe is the oyster for those souls who serve. Then man is ready to go into space. Then man is ready to become part of the universal community which has been promised. I never promised you heaven. I always promised you the elevation of the man to join the family. And now you have the key. It's you who has to open the door to understand, if I can raise the soul of these people or millions of other souls, that the physical life on this planet changes, then I'm worthy to be part of the universal community. To be there to serve, to expand. To be there, to be part, that in the cycle of life of universe, I become, in being part, I become part of the totality. When man reaches that point, a new dimension in the strength of the soul of the man will appear, which is beyond imagination of understanding of the physical life. It's the gate to the opening of the new life, in a new dimension, which is beyond imagination of what you might call a new beginning, a new cycle. Which that cycle carries with itself the origin of the creation of life in the universe and in the universe. It's the elevation of the soul to serve become the key, not a throne of the physical life. The time is right. The time has come for the man to go through this process.
Welcome everyone to the 105th One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace. It's Tuesday, February 18th, 2020. This is a broadcast of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute Education Department and part of the public teachings in English. My name is Rick Crammond. I'll be one of your hosts today, along with Flint Mulhausen, Peggy, and perhaps several others. And of course, we're joined with Carolina Keshe of the Keshe Foundation. And she'll be directing today's workshop. And I think she's ready to begin. Hello, Carolina. Are you there?
Yes. Hi, good morning, Rick. Thank you. And the host and the co-hosts that are present today in the program, the One Planet, One Race, One Nation. I hope you all have a nice cup of tea, coffee, or as we got by surprise, Rick, with a smoothie. It depends if it's warm or cold and what you enjoy to have to guide you. You know, with a good taste. I like a cup of coffee because that's me. So I welcome you all on this beautiful platform. We have a lot of work done yesterday in the soul teaching, in the private one. And I think Andreas is ready with, pardon, the document. I don't know if Andrea will straightway work into the Wikipedia where we are posting our wishes. Andreas, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good day to everybody.
Okay. So most of you have noticed that we already posted 3 wishes through yesterday. And the explanation, or for you to be able to follow the way, the process, how we made this wish. As usual, we have, we're sitting all on the table to discuss, to ask questions if it's not understood. As Mr. Keshe was mentioning, I don't know if it was in the last workshop or the workshop before, was the way he explained was how the best way to support a nation or a language is supporting the Universal Council member of that language, not by name, but by its positioning of the responsibility stands for that spoken language worldwide. As we have no borders, and the council might be not even from this planet. So we have to keep those motions open, that we support the positioning of the council member, because we are working through the soul level, not through the physicality level. Pardon. The start of this process to work was done in the Universal Council last week. And that is where these 2 beautiful wishes came out. And with the questions that were asked yesterday in the soul class, I explained the connection why we have to start integrating the commandments. I said, there are a lot of nations. Let's take, for instance, the Chinese community. We have Mandarin and we have Cantonese. Chao Chao is representing the Mandarin, and Christian Liam is in Hong Kong for the Cantonese language community. Pardon. The explanation goes as follows, that those 2 council members are facing a huge turmoil with the coronavirus at this given moment in China. I said, when you work through the soul level of supporting the council member, because he's physically there 24 hours as a knowledge seeker on top of it, knowing the knowledge, knowing the situation, the best way to support is through soul level. So whatever he wishes, we have to give freely without dictating what his wish should be or for what he should use the field strength which we are releasing through our wish. So we give freely to that council member that represents that language community. So we cover everyone, which is Mandarin and at the same time Cantonese, because they are the 2 main spoken languages in China. He's wishing every day because of what he's facing every day, and he understands what he needs for that to be changed. So that's why we give the gift of that field strength to his soul, and then it can manifest through him being that representative in the matter state form, whatever he needs. Because now comes the second explanation about the commandments. What do they and where are they related to this kind of positioning of the council members is that we have seen that they have kept a lot of information away. So a lot of reports are not exact knowledge. What we have learned through the process of going through the commandments is the additional commandments and for what they stand for. So to encourage a nation or any nation which starts dealing with this problem is to have transparency. So there should be no lies, there should be no hiding, there should be no stealing. So there goes the same principle of working with now a better understanding of the commandments. When you position each commandment in the form and shape as a releasing of field strength through the wish, then those commandments can start taking a shape and form in the matter state. Then somebody said, yeah, but why don't we take for all the council members? I said, not really, because you have to understand each wish, because of its understanding in its position, receives the full field strength because we are connected emotionally with it. Because we understand the position, we understand the why, we understand the how, that field strength in one wish creates that field strength, which is so powerful that the soul, for the purpose we are releasing it, can then manifest whatever is needed. With start working with the commandments, we will do the same. So nobody has ever, how can we say, put the spotlight on the commandments to come and to in operation to manifest like this for the benefit of the totality. And because we are working through soul level, even if there is an injustice or there is a lie or there is something wrong even towards animals or plants or whatever it is, we release the field strength of that it can start manifesting for what that commandment stands for. So all the people which are outside the Keshe Foundation family that most probably are not even aware of the completion of the commandments will receive from that field strength. And I explained this in depth yesterday, why it has to go point by point, because, you know, I can say, you know, you can create for, let's say for this tree, this wish, and then I show you a flower, and then you can create this wish for this flower. But if you have no understanding of relating to that tree or that flower, it doesn't carry the field strength which we are so beautiful in, that is our emotion. When we are emotionally related to that tree, then that gives that completion of the field strength release from us through the emotion because of the understanding, then the field strength increases in its power. So if anyone has any questions, please do so. Even if we are going through the process, no problem. I asked yesterday the knowledge seekers to look for the council members which are facing certain situations with their presentation or representative of their language. We only took 2 out, but we have a lot more that we can support with or so. The commandments is definitely not a problem because we already have all of them. Anybody, any questions?
Alfred asks, does Topoli want to represent the animal kingdom, indicating his barking?
Yeah, I thought so as well. I said it's strange that he starts barking.
Nobody at the door?
No,
Okay.
no, there's nobody.
Yep, well, that seems appropriate. He's probably one of the top dogs on the planet by now in evolution. He should be directing the
No,
way.
otherwise he would have heard the voice after he's
Uh-huh.
barking. And he would have increased his voice when somebody would have walked in. But no, it stayed quiet. He's a very, very understandable dog. Don't worry, he talks. He gets his point across, as we say. Nobody, any questions? Maybe somebody can read the wish.
I was thinking Andreas might like to do it.
Go
Yes,
ahead.
I can do it. We, the core team, Earth Council, Universal Council, Universal Council support members, knowledge seekers, and humanity, the Universal Council, give freely from our souls to the UC, Mandarin, and Cantonese language member, so that they can take from our soul what they need in their wish for the language community. We, the core team, the Earth Council, Universal Council support members, knowledge seekers, and humanity, wish and give freely from our souls to the commandment: you shall not accept no path except the path of his own soul to his creator. We, the core team, Earth Council support members, knowledge seekers, and humanity, wish and give freely from our souls to the Universal Council English language member. They can take from our soul what they need in their wish for the English language community.
Thank you, Andreas. There was a question yesterday, which might be good to explain, because somebody said, yeah, but how can we put everybody there? I said, the positioning of the core team is working through the soul. The positioning of the Earth Council and the Universal Council and the support member and the knowledge seekers are very important. We can name them because they work in the direction of what Mr. Keshe has released on knowledge. Humanity, I'm referring and I'm adding the name of humanity in it because Mr. Keshe, in one of his recent teachings, he said, you all wished for this. Let's complete it. You can find him referring to the totality of humanity and also all the other souls which are present on this planet. And I said, we work and carry on today to complete all these wishes because today we have more knowledge seekers, we have more people present to increase the field strength of those wishes. I see there is a question in the Q&A on Zoom. Is that possible, Rick?
Yes, there is a question from Dan. Who is the representative or Universal Council representative of the Romanian speakers?
That would be Marius.
Dalis Ban is asking who is the representative of UC Romanian speakers. Marius, correct?
Yeah, Marius Parashiv.
Yes. He is your council member. We are welcoming a lot of new council members and support council members. Their names were just posted recently in the council chat rooms. We welcome all of you. Our team is growing, and it is beautiful to see how more people are walking in to support the totality. Any more questions or sharing knowledge?
Carolina?
Yes, Peggy?
I just wanted, because we kind of took a diversion there, talking about Marius, I just wanted to draw everybody's attention back, though, to what you were saying, that we are directing our wishes to the Universal Council members' seats, so to speak, for that language, maybe not necessarily to the person that is holding the seat in the current second, correct?
It's to the council member itself. So it's the representative. It says, let me open it up because I'm on a small screen. You see, it give freely from our souls to the UC English language member.
So then it would be helpful if people went to the website, the keshefoundation.org website, then they could view the pictures. And as Mr. Keshe says, a lot of times when we're dealing with the others, to have a picture in front of us. That might be helpful.
Yeah, in the Wikipedia, it can all be adjusted and worked on. So that might be a good tip for Andreas to work it out, that they have a visual image of the council member who represents that language. And it's up to that language to then present and manifest in the best interest for what he's representing.
Thank you very much.
So we have the Cantonese and the Mandarin. We have the English language with the situation, what is going on in the United States and in other parts of the world, English speaking. It's not only one, but sometimes the field strength is concentrated to a few topics. But in overall, it's the council member which then can, I'll give you another example. Azar is representing the Farsi language, Persian. So with the conference coming up in April in Tehran, in Iran, there is so much that needs to be done. And in this way and shape and form, when we create a wish, then we support that council member in that position so that it can manifest what it's needed and it has sufficient field strength from and through us to accomplish whatever they want to accomplish. So maybe we can make the next one for the Persian language.
Asa ist UC Farsi, or Persian?
Farsi.
Farsi, yes.
The language is Farsi.
Should I just copy the text from the
Yeah.
previous wish? Okay.
Yes, no problem. To give a guideline, I think that might be appropriate, but I'm asking all your input from this. If you go to the first one, Andrea. Because we have a lot of people which are coming from outside, which are not knowledge seekers, which are bumping in by Google search or by mouth to mouth, or they bumped into us somehow. It might be nice to go above the wish. Pardon. Go above we are present.
That was the wish from the last One Nation, where we said we will continue finishing it.
Ah, okay. No, go back to just about the council members. Then we will go back up. You know, under we are present, just put like in a bracket, this is the Mandarin and Cantonese, to give a reference point, not next to it, but under it. Mandarin, Mandarin and Cantonese. Okay. And then space. Like a reference why this wish was created with the virus situation in China. So people can relate to why and how this wish came about. You can type China. China, Hong Kong. Outbreak of the coronavirus. And stop. The other one, go underneath. Underneath we are present. No, this is not English. Ah, yes, English. Maybe we can refer with the wish we made for, because if I am not wrong, they will go for election for a new president, yes, in the United States.
Yes, that is correct this year, later this year.
And I think it might be a very nice referring to put the wish there, what we created. I don't have it. Can you find it, Andreas? That was the wish to support that the new elected person, I can't remember exactly.
I know, yeah, that was November or December last year, when we created the wish for the world leaders, if you mean that.
It was also by a hint of Mr. Keshe about a correct leader or something. I tried to locate the wish myself if I can find it. Just give me 1 second. I might be able to dig it up. Just 1 second. If I have kept it handy somewhere, I will bring it up. Sorry for the tapping, but I have to go to it.
It's in the chat.
You got it? You found it? Okay, let me see if it is still.
It's in the chat, in Zoom chat, from your messenger.
Yes, exactly. Yes, this is the one. If you can copy it and put it there, it will give a better indication because they are in the up running for this. So you can put that one. You can pick it up in the chat, Andreas. Topoli.
Here we go. It's in the wiki.
Okay. This is one of the topics for what the English speaking language can. It's just indicators so people can relate to why these wishes came to light. The next one, please.
That is that from the chat.
Yeah, no problem. I mean to go to the next wish. I know you're gonna have to clean it up.
Yes, okay. You mean writing a new one, or what do you mean?
No,
with
no,
next
no, no,
wish?
no, 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 no. Can you go back? I need to think how you have to use your cursor for me not to indicate for you to go the wrong way. Okay, if you go from the beginning, we have the Chinese, so we have the Mandarin and the
English.
oh, yes.
And
Go,
one
go, go.
commandment.
Okay. I cannot follow anymore. No, no, no. You're out of the thingy. The first one, new recently. Cantonese and Mandarin we have, yeah, okay.
Yes.
Then we go to the English. No, we have the commandment sitting there. Okay, and then we have the English language, which we added to this one. Perfect. If you go down, you have added that part which was just appeared in the chat. Yes. Okay. I think you just need to reposition the text a little bit.
Yes, here a little, I don't know. It does not fit perfectly together.
Can you reposition it that it falls into place? It must have come from a different, how do you call it, program. Yes, beautiful. It's a little bit of work, but it shows. And you can also add, it was from the 12th of December 2018 then, or 2019. 2019.
Carolina, did you want that one underneath the English UC or under the Farsi UC? I just noticed that
No,
it's
English.
okay. It'll just need to be copied and pasted and moved up under English. I noticed it's under Farsi. Thank you.
No, Farsi will get referring to the conference.
That's what I thought. Okay, thank you. When Andreas comes back to that part.
Which one from December 2019 do you
12th.
want me to?
No, it was apparently created in the December the 12th, 2019. That is what Don
Okay.
is referring to.
I don't understand. I should search for it and copy it into here, or just write the date.
The
Is
date.
that the date? Okay.
Just the date. And not under the Farsi, but under the English.
Yes.
Have you positioned it under the English language?
The last two wishes, what we posted about the leaders. There
You
it
know
is.
something, I make it easier. Go a little bit up and take the whole part of the Farsi and bring it under these last two. You see, you start. Yes. Okay. And under the Farsi, no, that can all stay. You don't need to move that anymore.
Okay.
Now, from the Farsi language member, you got to complete the sentence. Something is missing. So that she can freely from a source to the yes, but you have to convert it in Farsi language community. Voila. Okay. Now underneath, We are present. And before the 2019 12/12, just put in front of it a reference point, date.
How do you mean it like now?
Date and then a REF double dot 2019 12/12. So that people know that this is a reference to where that wish was made.
Okay.
Okay. Now, under the Farsi, the wish for the Farsi Universal Council member, under we are present, now you can put upcoming conference in Tehran and the dates, 19, 20, 21, 2020. 19th, 20th, 21st. And 20. Yep. And now you can go lower. Anybody who wants or a council member is requesting for support that is present here today in the One Planet, One Race, One Nation, Earth Council or Universal Council, anyone, any wishes, please come forward so we can create a wish for your language as a representative, please. Hello.
Okay, based on sales data.
Who?
Mic was open.
I see there are a lot of council members or support council members. Any one of you wants to create or has a need to create a wish for his language community, please step forward. Knowledge seeker or council member or support council member or earth council member. Yes, who's speaking, please?
This is Miguel Moreno from Mexico City.
Yes.
Before the wish, I want to inform you that the great job that is Ursula doing over here with Dean and with another members for the Keshe Foundation. We had a very good experience in the conference. So I want to thank you to you and Mr. Keshe for all the things that you are doing in the entire world. So my wish is to reach peace in the earth and in the whole universe.
Yes. Do you have a request to support your council member for the Spanish-speaking community?
Hi, it's Ursula speaking. We are together here with Miguel, working together to make it happen. We have been in the conference in Mexico, very beautiful connecting with so many other knowledge seekers, Spanish being there, so beautiful talents. And my wish is to make them connect together, because Spanish community is a huge, large community, and now we are connected with Mexico and Argentina. They are the two more active and creative, actually. And my wish is that all those inside Venezuela, Colombia, Guatemala, all there come inside Peru, that they make only one, be together connected and work together as one. I see they are a little bit dispersed, apart. They need to be informed. And my wish is that this can be done very soon and very easily. Thank you.
Thank you, Ursula. So, Andreas, if you can start the first part of the wish to the before the UC.
How
Go
do you
all
mean?
the way to the UC before Farsi. You can copy. No, you're in the correct line.
Yes, yes.
Not all of it. You replace Farsi in Spanish. Then you remove upcoming conference Tehran. And under we are present, and also remove the date. The wish is to connect the Spanish communities. Correct, Ursula?
Yes, that's it. There is a beautiful story about the Spanish and all the South American legend, who says, when the eagle of the north meets the condor of the south, all South America will become green again. And this needs to be done, because they're all dispersed with their different ethos and what they're becoming after the conquistador. And now the Americans giving them so bad nutrition and beliefs. They need to recover their own talents, their own inner beings. Mayan, Aztecas, Incas, South Indians, Northern Indians, beautiful souls coming there, are living there, and need to be advised of what is coming with all this mayhem in the world. So my wish is that they can start to be themselves with their culture, deep culture, and beautiful one.
So if it is okay with you, Ursula, can we put that, what you just said about the condor and if you can repeat it again?
It's a prophecy. It's a prophecy.
Yeah.
When the condor of the south meets...
When the condor of the south, can you type it, Andreas? When the condor of the south
meets the eagle of the north.
The eagle of the north.
All South America and Mexico, the whole America will be green again. Green means nature, means deep culture they had before the conquistador comes.
I cannot follow anymore, sorry.
So that's okay, huh? When the condor of the south meets the eagle of the north, all America will be green again.
Yes, America America is better because South America, Mexico is in North America, so should be America, yes. American
Okay,
source, yes.
that's
American
a beautiful,
or American land.
that's a beautiful reference. Thank you very much.
I'm glad to share it with you. And my wish is my command. Living here, I saw so many things. The conference was beautiful. And then I was observing and working with many others. Beautiful souls and talents. There are so many here. And I wish that they all can start to work together as one.
You got to remove the date, Andreas, where your cursor is beeping.
Why that?
Yes. Later on, all these wishes will come into their dates. I think you will adjust them before they go, or as they're going on the Wikipedia. I do not know how your system is working, if they have to be there or not, I don't know.
When I click after the meeting on save, then everything is on the wiki.
Okay, so you put them in order as you need to do.
Yes.
Okay. Do we have more council members that would love to put their wish down for their community language? Or Earth Council? Anybody?
We do have Dean with has had his hand up for a while. He's not part of the UC official members, but he's part of the humanity.
He has become a Universal Council support member, if I have it correct.
Yes, he is here also, but he go outside, but will come soon. And thank you.
Can I be heard?
Sure, you can. Everybody.
I want to give something to the world. One cup, one life. In an American penny, if you heat it up, it's pure. The outside is copper, but the inside is zinc. And if you cut off the bottom of it, you get a zinc nugget, and you have a nano-coated copper when you melt it. And I just want to share that because you have one cup, one life within an American penny. And with that, I've said what I needed to say.
Thank you very much for letting people to know how they can do it.
Yeah, you just take the torch, cut off a little bit of the end, and you have one cup, one life. It's about 4 cents.
But you need to use 2 pennies then, because one cannot be nano-coated.
What was that?
I said, then you have to use 2 pennies because, or unless you don't nano-coat the other side.
Well, no, when you cut off the tip, the zinc melts quicker than the copper. And when you have melted the zinc out of the copper, you have the nano-coated copper.
So where's the copper? Where's the copper though? You need another penny. You need another penny to make the copper part of the anode for the plain copper. That's what
Well,
Carolina's
that's
mentioning.
why I say four pennies.
4 pennies. Okay.
Four pennies.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Okay.
5, because people get mixed up, right? But it takes 4 pennies, because when you cut off the edge, zinc melts quicker than copper.
Okay. I got
But
it.
you got it. That's right. So it's a
Yep.
4-cent cure.
It's not a cure. It's a cup of life which reverses conditions.
Okay. Thank you
Yeah.
for correcting me. But it just takes four US pennies.
Pennies. Okay. Thank you very much for sharing.
And thank you.
You're welcome. Even if you have old coins, some of them are in silver and some of them in just copper. Beautiful. Thank you very much. So if nobody else is coming with a request for a wish, I will put my wish down as a Universal Council member for the Netherlands language community, if I may so. Netherlands, not Dutch. Netherlands. No, Netherlands. It's D. Neder. The hash has to go.
It's usually THER for the English, though.
Netherlands S. Netherlands. Language. You can put a comma after Dutch, that people understand what Netherlands means. That's no problem. Netherlands.
Comma Dutch.
Yes, that makes it easier.
What is the Dutch is the spoken language and Netherlands means the geographical region?
No, because Netherlands is what I am representing, which is Belgium, Holland, Caribbean has one, Dominica. There are a lot of small, South Africa is also speaking certain parts of, it's Afrikaans, but it's the origin is coming from Netherlands. So you have small pockets worldwide which are speaking Netherlands. The Antibes are also speaking Netherlands, but Belgium has 3 main languages, which is Netherlands, French, and German. So in fact, I can stand for 3 languages in one country because they're all 3 official. And I'm born there and they're officially the spoken languages. So
do you want to represent, is this the country or the language that we're talking about? Then neither.
we are speaking about the language which is present in Belgium, Holland, so many other small islands or regions. And underneath we are present, I would love to refer to the how can I? Maybe I will just put kingship down. We all knowledge seekers know where that is referring to. And that's why I'm urging other council members to put their request for their wish for their language so that we can work it out. If there are no more requests from council members, then maybe we can cover a few of the commandments. And which one do you think that would be the most appropriate today to put into a highlight? If I'm not mistaken, I think number 11 will be the most beautiful at the presence of today. Thou shalt not lie. With facing the facts of so many hidden factors, what do you think, knowledge seekers? Would that be a good one to put a light on it?
I'm present with that one.
I'm present too.
Okay, you can move it to the wish list, please, Andreas.
Carolina?
Yes, that's
Hello?
Jamila.
Yeah, hello everyone. Hello, Carolina.
Yes.
With this 11th commandment, I am just focusing to the negative, positive point. You shall not lie. If it's said in the negative way, so the positive would be say the truth or be honest or something like that instead of you should not lie. If we
No, we're not finished, darling. We are going to create a wish to position it that I will give to your plate to work on.
Yeah, I understand. It's just material.
I know. We are becoming very ready to jump on those things.
Yeah, I have the same issue in my mind because I was trying to build a wish for my language, and I was always having in mind they should not do that anymore, not do that anymore. It was I am facing the same, word
dilemmas.
Dilemmas, exactly. Thank you. So okay, I will learn how we do that from this. You shall not lie. Thank you.
You see, we have to refer to the commandment the way it's in the commandments. But now we have to work out how are we going to position it. It's very simple, actually. But how can we do it the best way? Anybody? Any ideas? You see, as we done before, under we are present, we put commandment, that number, thou shalt not lie, and above that we work the wish out. You understand, Andreas?
Yes, I have already done it. Like we did it before.
No, it still has to go lower.
How do you mean
And
lower?
Thou shalt not lie has to go lower. Yes, and before thou shalt not lie, you have to refer commandment number so much with a link referring to the commandments.
Okay. Like with a side or like here?
Okay, go ahead, please. I have to be quiet for a minute or two, please.
Andreas, it's Peggy. I have a question while we're waiting for Carolina. Did Ursula pick a commandment for her wish?
No.
Thank you.
So you mean we could take that commandment under Ursula's wish?
No, maybe Ursula will come back and maybe she would like one. I was thinking of one for her, but I didn't notice one go in, so I was just only asking if there was one selected for Ursula's. Thank you.
Here, Peggy, I'm here. What can I do?
Oh, I was just wondering if you had selected a commandment for your wish, because I was thinking number 18 would be beautiful for you.
Well, as I'm not here at the moment at home, I'm in Mexico, where I'm trying to get many contacts and meetings today. I'm not very present with which commandment, but my wish is that all Spanish can work together because they're very connected, very working separately in their own talents without knowing even how to come into the knowledge seekers workshop because of the different time lapse. Here, when the knowledge seekers workshop started, the original one is 3 in the morning, so they have then the translation after. Most of them don't speak English, so we are constantly helping them to plug into the information, and I wish really to have them together. I'm ready for this. We are working a lot these 2 weeks and need them very much. So I don't know the 18.
Let me read
Yes,
that to you. Can I read it to
you
you?
shall.
Thou
Yes, of
shalt
course.
be the river of life and love.
Yes, beautiful, beautiful. Yes, I like this.
Thank you. I was just thinking with the way you brought your wish of the coming together of all the languages from all around. I thought of that one. Thank you.
Thank you, Peggy, for your support. Thank you very much. We need it.
Hello, are you still here?
Yes, we're still here. Carolina is busy right now.
Yes, I am.
Oh,
Now good, we got to work this. This is a very nice referring. You got to create more space under we are present, create a bigger gap when the condor of the south. That you create more spaces between the wishes, please.
Good day. Can I be heard?
Yes, you can.
I would like to be a support member for the Earth Council because I don't want to leave the planet, but I want to support it. How can I do that?
You got to go to their website. And see what is the availability there. Because so
They
far,
don't need to go for availability. As a council supporter, they can directly register.
as an Earth Council supporter.
Yeah, we don't even.
I
Earth
don't
Council
think-
support. No, they just fill in the form as the council supporter. Universal Council supporters are different way,
Yeah, I know.
but they just do a security check.
Do you have the chat room?
It's on the Universal Council. You just register. You send it to the
Earth Council, not Universal
Earth Council. Does not have support.
Earth Council.
We have not established the Earth Council support.
The Earth Council support has not been established yet.
They don't need a support. Earth Council.
And they don't need support. So it's coming under the Universal Council.
Any support goes to Universal Council. Earth Council is totally different operation. They don't need any support.
They work without this framework. So you got to come under the Universal Council support
At
members.
this moment, we don't see any need for it.
At-
Maybe in the future.
Maybe in the future it might be needed, but at this given moment, you come in as a Universal Council support member for whatever language you choose.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that because I don't want to leave planets.
Don't be attached to it. Let it go. A planet comes to you.
Yeah, I understand. And I'm a what do you call it? Knowledge seeker. That's all I am. I just
Okay. Well, there goes your option support.
thanks.
No problem.
It's Doug here. Looking at Thou Shalt Not Lie, I have noticed in my region in Australia that the politicians are stumbling, trying to cover lies that they have spoken. And it seems to be every day that as soon as they try to cover up some form of dishonesty and lying, that immediately it's exposed and it's becoming a regular occurrence. And not only in this country, but I think around the world, as much as they try to lie, there's immediately somebody or some group that comes to the surface loudly to expose the lie. So it's definitely a sign of the times that the truth is coming out and uncovering all of these deceptions and lies. Thank you.
I think it's a global problem.
Can I give an example that came out today? An example is the headlines of the CBC News. Boy Scouts of America file for bankruptcy due to sex abuse lawsuits. No more Boy Scouts. They got caught in lies.
That's right.
Everything's going transparent.
Yes, and I have another example that's currently just been exposed or is being exposed, and that is that many children were taken as orphans from England and brought to Australia and put into institutions supposedly for their education and improving their health and their lifestyle and their just improving them. But in fact, they were put into slavery and abused emotionally, physically, and sexually. And there's hundreds of these children who are now quite old, but they're telling their story openly that it was completely the opposite of the way it was presented. And the public have thought all the time, oh, what a good thing. They're helping these children make a better life for themselves, but in fact, the opposite was the truth. And so it's just becoming apparent. The Boy Scouts, as Rick said, Baden Powell, the founder of the Boy Scouts, was not a truthful man. He was actually a pedophile. But many of these institutions are just an excuse for those people, those pedophile types, to gain power over people who have no power. Children have no power when faced with a figure of great authority. And it's only after many years that they come out of their fear and start to expose. And that now is happening, I think, it is happening all over the world.
Yes, it's most definitely happening in Canada as a good example of what they call a reconciliation with the Aboriginals and trying to restore some of that trust that's been lost due to the residential schools and that kind of activity. Perhaps one more example in the news of the "thou shalt not lie" concept is in Canada. Our train system across Canada has been stopped, and many of the roads have been blocked as protests for a pipeline that's going through Aboriginal territory, through indigenous lands. And some of the indigenous people, particularly the elders, are protesting this pipeline going through their lands. And that is that protest has shut down the entire rail line of Canada. And that's the current situation. And many of the trucking and other activities, some of the legislatures are being surrounded by people, and they aren't letting people get in to do their work with government and so on. And it's a big deal. And now this is happening because the government did not respect the treaties that were signed years ago and treaties that were not signed. And the government basically is in a bit of a situation with that, and it's come to a head, and it's very interesting the way things are looking right now. So again, being caught in lies and trying to cover it up and trying to rationalize and so on is putting governments in a sticky situation with being caught in their own lies, essentially. And they can't lie their way out of it because things are becoming so transparent that the lies are very obvious now. And the whole thing of colonialism is done, it's through. There's no more. That whole term is being looked upon as so negative right now that it's almost embarrassing to be part of that whole colonial network. Okay, I'm done with that one. See, Dean has his hand up here. Dean, did you want to speak again? Hello, Dean, or did you want to speak again? Your mic was open there.
Okay. This is my most precious moments that I get to spend with you guys. And it comes down to a one cup, one life. I've been through all that stuff. I'm not going to speak a lot because I'm being recorded. But you know what? I am present with oh my God, how do you say it? I'm present with one cup, one life. It comes down to finally we're at the place of one cup, one life. People, they're afraid. They want to have an answer. And it's at the place of one cup, one life. And I'm going to get off of this because that's what it's about. It's about one cup, one life. We've never been to this place before. And with that, I'm going to sign out. And by the way, peace, and I love y'all.
Okay, thank you, Dean.
So,
Caroline?
shall we compose the wish? Yes, Rika, just
Of course.
I was responding to your wish. Strange how it works, but it keeps on surprising me every day. Okay. We wish and give freely from our souls to the commandment. It's 11th, yeah, the 11th.
Yes.
To the 11th commandment. Oh, I think we already created a wish in that kind of sense. Oh, where is it?
We created it yesterday in the same form.
No, I'm referring to an older one, which we were wishing all transparency and what was it? The truth. Can you find in any of the wishes something that is referring to the truth?
I can try it.
I think we have worked the wish out. Maybe we can use it. We don't need to create necessarily a new one.
We done that about truth.
Yes,
Shall
that's
come up.
why I
Was transparency as well, truth and transparency for the government of the nations, something like that.
but we are going for every individual, huh?
Yeah, it was. We were talking about that during elections happening in different countries, if I remember.
You all start having a very good memory, huh?
We are working on that.
I just remember that I think we made a wish like this, but don't ask me where it is.
Now it's in the chat already. I search in the date.
Let me see if it's this one. No. It's not referring to this one. Just let me read it, but I think I was referring to. We wish to elevate, we elevate the souls of leaders who will be chosen in the upcoming elections to serve their people from their totality of their souls, support and elevate the souls of the people who vote for the leaders in the upcoming elections, for them to serve their people from the totality of their souls. Keshe Foundation knowledge seekers give and support the souls in the nations. We give unconditionally from our soul, the core team, Earth Council, UC, and support council members to elevate each nation and each newly elected serving member taking position to serve their country with love and care in correct conduct and transparency. You can copy this one, but we're going to have to adjust it a little bit. You will understand why. If you can copy that one, a lot is applicable.
It is the from the chat where the first word is wish, or with a double dot.
No, take the one from the chat room.
Yes, from Balistan.
Yeah, because that one we can work.
I copied it already before. It's here. Where it is.
It's very confusing the way the screen goes up and down and you're not touching anything. it's like you're sitting on a carousel. It goes up and down, up and down.
Ah, here it is, where we put in the date reference.
Nah, I don't. Is that exactly the same one? No.
Yes, it had the wish before, like in the chat. If you mean this one. In the chat, the wish has wish and double dot when it begins. Is that one? I can only see from Ursula the last chat message, and above is the wish. We elevate the souls of leaders who will be chosen in these upcoming elections.
Okay, we're gonna have to work on it. Just copy it and bring it under the last commandment wish. As usually, we're gonna put it in the mixer, we're gonna blend it well, and we're gonna come out with a beautiful wish. Can you go below the create space, go up? No, go down. For you, it's going down. No. I want to see the top layer. The above, Andreas. Higher. Go. Stop. Stop. Okay. Can you take, okay, we, the core team, Earth Council, Universal Council, Support Council, just before you chop, no. How come this has gone between? No, that's not where I want to be. No, you can go down again. Okay, stop. A little bit up. Yes, there. Oh. Now, after the 11th commandment, you create a little bit of space and then put this one between it, or you take commandment and two shall not lie below to make it easier for you. Copy? No, copy. Too late. Okay, give me some more room. Yes. And date reference also give me more room that we don't mess it up. Put it down. Go in front of date and just push it down. Yeah. Okay. Wish should go. Okay. We give to the souls that can be going. We don't elevate. Yes, we give to the souls. Just let me, I need to get through it through my head. With the core team, Council. We shall give freely from our souls to the 11th commandment. Okay, then you can start. I'm going to make you to chop a lot of things and I don't want to confuse you. Can you copy after chosen in? You copy in these upcoming elections. Français to the 11th commandment. In these upcoming elections, also copy to serve their people from the totality of their souls, support and elevate the souls of the people who vote for the leaders, yes. In the upcoming selections, yes. For them to serve their people from the totality of their souls, yes. Okay, you can put that after the commandment. No, up. No, stay where you lost it. Yes. Yeah, it should go there. In these upcoming elections, let me read it. We wish and give freely from our souls to the 11th commandment in these upcoming elections and events. To serve their people from the totality of their souls. Events that needs to get another word. Who would know a very good word for what is the turmoils that are taking place today? So we have to add not only for the upcoming elections, but for the turmoil that is going on. Somebody's mic is open. Keep it.
Instead, events manifestation, maybe.
Because still countries are going through elections. Remove an event, remove it, we can position it somewhere else. Elections to serve their people from the totality of their souls, support and elevate the souls of the people who vote for the leaders in the upcoming elections, for them to serve their people from the totality of their souls. You see, the trigger came with these upcoming elections. I would put after the commandment in these upcoming, and that's where we have to find a word. Because the world is in turmoil. Or we can use
crises.
Transitions, upheavals. It's in the chat.
what if we use, as Keshe always says, balancing of the souls? No. The balancing of the souls has to come after the commandments. After the commandment, you can also use in balancing the souls, comma, and in these upcoming elections, because we keep it correct, we keep it positive, and because we are connecting the, what do you call it, the commandment to it, thou shalt not lie. Balancing of the souls always come through the knowledge of the souls. So the souls do not commit no lies, but it's the physicality. So we can refer the commandment to give the field strength to the command, the 11th commandment, which stands for thou shalt not lie, but we are not typing this word in this sentence, we are only referring to it. So we are keeping our books straightforward. And as we read it, to the 11th commandment, in balancing the souls, and in these upcoming elections to serve their people from the totality of their souls, support and elevate the souls of the people who vote for the leaders in the upcoming elections, for them to serve their people from the totality of their souls. So we stay perfectly in order on the level of the soul. We are referring, because it's a balancing that is going on, it's a process. And then we can say we are present, and underneath we can, as you have already the commandment in place. What do you think? So you can remove all that because we have everything from it. Everybody is related to thou shalt not lie, because this is what is taking place in elections, in voting, in whatever we are referring to it. But at the same time, we carry the wisdom that a lot of balancing of souls is going on through the knowledge, and positive. And we make sure, because we refer to the 11th commandment without actually speaking it out, that we are referring, thou shalt not lie. So we take that in reference to this totality of this wish. What do you think? Isn't that too complicated? Or does it make sense to put it this way? Your opinion, please. And you have to mention, please, Andreas, we wish, we, the court team. No, it's okay. It's there. Sorry.
Carolina?
Yes, Jamila.
I have just a comment. Sometimes the people who are presenting for elections, sometimes they have good heart. They are willing to do what they are saying, but when they are reach the position, they are, how can I say that? They have not constraints, but pressure to change what they are doing. We had this example in France with the person who was Minister of Environment. He's before being the minister, he was known as defending all the environment, etc. And he was willing to do the same thing before being the leader, the minister. And when he reached the position where he could do that, he got a lot of pressure to not do what he was willing to do. So maybe we can add somewhere or some, I don't know how, to give them strength or to give them love to really to stay in the direction, in the good, to keep their word and to protect them that they will do it. I don't know if you understand what I mean.
I do understand, but I think that is exactly what this positioning of this wish is.
Yeah, and I
Because
just
we
say
go through the
it's not
story,
lying. Yeah, I just to finish my sentence, they are not lying. It's not a lie from their source. It's because they are blocked, or they are under pressure, or they are stopped, you know.
So many times nobody can be stopped.
Yeah, and
It's
this was
because
happened with the guy. He left the position because he cannot do what he was willing to do.
Yeah.
So yes, he was
So
not
that
stopped.
is, yeah, but that means he doesn't carry out the lie. And that is correct. It's better to walk away than to commit the crime to do it. He couldn't stand, he couldn't stand and carry out his word and his promise. So he did not commit no crime, and he did commit no lie because he walked away from it.
But and in the same time, the problem is still there. So if everyone do the same than he did, maybe we are missing something to give to the person who is in this position, and he should be strong enough to realize, to fulfill what he promised to do.
If you look at this wish, maybe you should read it, Jamila. You're going to get your answer within this wish.
I know it is in, but I'm just bringing this small dimension additional to say that it's not only lying, it's not for them, they're blocked. Maybe we can have another facet of this wish to add. It's an idea, you know.
You know, Jamila, I think it would be a better idea to put all the commandments underneath this one.
Let's do it.
Yeah, why not? We can even make it this way, that to the commandments, not only to the 11th, but to the totality of the commandments, and put the reference to all the commandments. But this is exactly how it started. I shall not lie. And I thought, with what is going on with all the above wishes, a lot of lying is going on. But as you point out, there is much more going on. But then I was maybe thinking, we still can work in detail certain wishes per commandment out. But I think in this way, what was chosen to add to this wish, every single point in there is referring to every single commandment. We actually cannot even exclude one.
Yeah.
So
okay,
what
I'm present for me. It's okay.
So go ahead, Andreas. Remove the 11th and put the commandments. Because this specific, the way it's written, is what will decide the future of each community, no matter in what language they are. Because they will create a platform for whatever they will develop, and if they can't start, as Jamila says, from the beginning with the strength, with the support of all the commandments, they can't work. They have to keep on stepping down.
So should I delete under it
Yeah.
the commandment number 11 and just write commandments and make a link to it?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you increase the power.
Miss Carolina, this is Sean from Florida. I have a question about this commandment and some of the wording. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
The first, these upcoming elections to serve their people, I assume refers to the leaders who are being selected by the people. And then the second time that it's mentioned right below that, where it says in the upcoming elections instead of in these upcoming elections. After that, then for them to serve their people in totality, I assume is referring to the people who have elected the people that will be their leaders. It seems like a double statement there, and I'm just wanting to clarify how I understand it. Thank you. Maybe I could say that better. It seems like it's written twice the same with just a couple different words. And I think it's just referring to two different sets of people. Is that correct?
Can you rephrase one by one, please? Because you're discussing or trying to put two topics.
So,
and I would
yes,
like to say the understanding.
I'll start from commandments. In balancing the souls and in these upcoming elections to serve their people from the totality of their souls. And this is from everybody in the Universal Council and the Core and all the souls for the commandments. After the word souls, to serve their people in totality of the souls, then it says support and elevate the souls of the people who vote for the leaders in the upcoming elections is said again for them to serve their people from the totality of their souls, which is the same sentences right before that, which I assume is referring to the leaders. The second one is referring to the people that are voting for them. I'm reading it twice. I just wanted to try and clarify. Thank you.
Can you ask Andreas to put a stop after where you want to separate it, to open it up so we can see where the double commandment comes in?
Yeah, we are referring to the election, and one time we target the leaders in our wish, and one time we repeat it, but we are referring to the people who vote for the leaders.
That's what I thought you meant. Thank you very much.
And we have not only to wish for the leaders, but also for the people who vote for the leaders. And so my answer would be that this is not a repetition, but we put the attention to the leaders and the people who vote for the leaders.
I agree. Maybe there's one more descriptive word we could use then to help separate those two. It's very close. And I ended up understanding it, but I had a question. So thank you for letting me on. My suggestion, right after your highlighted part, where in the upcoming elections for them, maybe instead of them, we use those who vote or something like that.
You have a good point there, so we can work on it.
Is the same thing like demilitarization when it involve all from the kindergarten, nutrition, transport, and everybody else for support to all souls.
So you can reposition, you can work on it that it falls correctly. How would you suggest, sir, the way you noticed it?
I would possibly say for all souls, including those who vote, to serve their people from the totality of their souls, or all people, including those who vote, to serve the people from the totality of their souls. So it identifies those as voters and includes everybody else.
Is that correct how I wrote it now and how you mean it? Support and elevate the souls of the people who vote for the leaders in the upcoming elections, for all souls to serve the people from the totality of their souls.
I would actually add present and upcoming elections. And then you have to remove what was there before. In balancing, after balancing the souls, you got to remove and in these upcoming elections. Yeah. So somebody has to read it and see if it sounds good.
We, the core team, Earth Council, Universal Council support members, knowledge seekers and humanity, wish and give freely from our souls to the commandments in balancing the souls to serve their people from the totality of their souls. Support and elevate the souls of the people who vote for the leaders in the present and upcoming elections, for all souls to serve their people from the totality of their souls.
Does that sound better? Or anybody
I think
anymore?
it sounds better.
That's why we are together.
In this totality of souls, I don't find the soul of who is elected. I see only the others. Is to achieve the right position of who is elected for making the right thing for everybody, or everybody?
No. It's already there in the present. Oh, present elections.
Present and future.
Yeah, for all souls to serve their people. That includes the leaders and the voting people.
I understand what he means. It should be support and elevate the souls of the people who vote for the leaders and leaders in position. In the present and upcoming elections. Does that sound better?
Is two situation when you writing the present leaders and the next leaders you write in right position. Is the strengthening the present leaders and the future leaders is already in good position because it's for this wish.
No. They have to, the whole purpose of this wish was that the fields are already released before the election starts, that the people push or have the field strength sufficient enough to put the right leaders in position. So the only thing we can encourage is that the leaders which are in position are also receiving the same field strength which we are creating for before they come into election, or if there are present elections taking place. Yes, Topoli. Yes, it's okay. Topoli, stop, Papa. You understand? Pardon. Give freely from our souls to the commandments, in balancing the souls to serve their people from the totality of their souls. Support and elevate the souls of the people who vote for the leaders and leaders in position in the present and upcoming elections, for all souls to serve their people from the totality of their souls.
When you say wish and give freely from our souls to the commandments, in balancing the souls to serve their people, who exactly are you referring to there? In balancing the souls to serve their people, meaning the leaders?
If you remove in, but you refer straight to balancing the souls to serve, you bring the balance. So we're actually having three topics working in the same direction.
Mm-hmm. Are you referring to the leaders there, or who?
No, balancing the souls are all souls. That means the animals, the humans, all souls.
Well, change all that to all, then say balancing all souls.
Okay.
To serve their something. Wouldn't be people, it'd be to serve something more inclusive than people.
Yeah.
In balancing the souls to serve all souls.
In balancing all souls.
All right.
To serve something, you have to change their people to something more inclusive than just people.
The people or people, serve people. The people
well,
is specifically.
Or this is free, or you can just take out to serve from the totality of their souls, so you don't need to name their people eventually.
Yeah.
Or
It's
take
like
out their people. Yep.
It's like a topoli when you speaking. All is it's silence or remove or laughing, because topoli is speaking. It's a beautiful soul. It's not a human, but it's a beautiful soul.
I think it's all
also
inclusive.
elevate.
I think it reads better now.
Read it, then you'll find out if it sounds good and if the position is correct.
We, the core team, Earth Council, Universal Council support members, knowledge seekers and humanity, wish and give freely from our souls to the commandments, balancing all souls to serve from the totality of their souls. Support and elevate the souls of the people who vote for the leaders and leaders in position in the present and upcoming elections, for all souls to serve their people from the totality of their souls.
You could, in the middle there, to serve from the totality of their souls, instead of having a period there, I just continue it on and put a comma and then say, and to support and elevate, because that's better English. Yeah. So the whole thing's just one big long sentence, but it does read correctly.
In the final sentence is needed to saying all for all souls to serve people from the totality of the souls. Is needed to say people, or is enough only thinking and talking about the soul of these people? I asking.
It's a good question. If we took out the people before, so we could be more inclusive of all souls, since everything has a soul, it would probably be better to find something more all inclusive than just their people. Thank you for asking.
I have another question. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
When we say it's people who vote for the leader and the position, so are we including those who did not vote for the person and this leader, but tomorrow they will be under the direction or authority of this leader? So are we doing exclusion? Just question. I'm just thinking, what about the people who did not vote for this leader, but they are in the nation, in the country? Does that make sense if we do not say only people who voted for this leader, if we include all the nation? Or all people who voted, or even those who did not vote? What do you think? To get the totality of the nation?
Well, the whole purpose of this was
I don't want to make it complicated. I'm just wondering, those who did not vote or vote for another candidate. That's it.
Yeah, but who carries most strength? The ones which are deciding through the voting. The ones who stay silent and don't use or exercise their vote or their voice then they already are surrendering to whatever is decided through the majority.
I
They
have
accept.
a suggestion for them. I have a suggestion for the last sentence. If we took out their people before and we did again and instead put for the soul, for all souls to serve for the totality of all other souls or of other souls, then we're including all and both aspects, from all to all. So for all souls to serve for the totality of other souls.
Have I written it correct?
Of
It's like
other souls.
it's like in the starship, the base, the middle, and the top. The flow, the canalization of.
Yeah, but that doesn't add up, huh? Because we are already putting it for all souls to serve the totality. Because it repeats itself again at the bottom, their souls from the totality of their souls.
Correct. We had before the all souls to serve the totality of their souls and to support the elevate other souls that voted in both the leaders and those voting. And this one to me was, yes, a repetition, which we already had, but to refocus it for people to serve for others as well, maybe. More inclusive.
You see, when you read it, if you go to the top, balancing all souls to serve from the totality of their souls and to support and elevate the souls of the people, they're all in it. It's already there.
I would say it is for those who vote, for the people who vote, for the leaders and the leaders in position.
No. If you use balancing all souls to serve from the totality of their souls and to support and elevate the souls of the people, you're already working in totality.
It's like who is humble, like in logo of foundation when Mr. Keshe explained who is in the middle and who is supporting.
Because we can put, you see, balancing all souls to serve the balancing all souls to serve the totality of their souls and to support and elevate the souls of the people, and maybe you can add there, and the people who vote for the leaders and leaders in position in the present and upcoming elections, and then you don't need to use the rest anymore.
Agree. That looks
now
What do you think?
For me, the confusion of the repetition is away now.
Yeah,
Eas-
the
easier.
double over doubling is gone. Balancing all souls to serve from the totality of their souls and to support and elevate the souls of the people and who vote for the leaders and leaders in position in the present and upcoming elections.
Now I see the Magrav.
Balancing all souls to serve from the totality of their souls and to support and elevate the souls of the people and the people.
And those?
And those who vote for the leaders, I would even say, and who vote wait, we can make it better. This becomes one of those complicated, just 1 second.
Without people, only the souls, and not vote, choose, not choose. Strength will no help. How we say? Increase this field for giving. Because when you vote, you choose your election. When you making right, it's not needed you to choose. It's choose himself for the strength. If you
There is something missing in this. The missing part is, do you still have a copy of the totality of this wish? Yeah, it's in the chat, I think.
Yes.
There is a second part to this wish, which is very important, should be added to it, because it's about the conduct of the ones which are becoming leaders, and that is missing.
the transparency.
No, it's not this part. It's the other part of the wish.
Ah, yes. Okay. This one, huh?
Yes. To serve their country with love and care. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna lose you for about 1 or 2 minutes. That last part has to be added to this one, because otherwise it doesn't make sense why we would elevate them. The purpose of the serving is there, or is needed to be there, to make the purpose clear for why and how.
The member take position to serve the country with love and care.
Yeah, and also each nation elevates through this. Through this, each new elected serving member taking position to serve their country with love and care in correct conduct and transparency. But this becomes beautiful because we have put in the top one the ones which are already in position. So we are changing their position as well. If you add this to and remove the rest, then you will see it will start making more sense. Can somebody read it and see how it sounds? Because you have everything within it now. I even forgot about this part. That's why you kept on struggling. That is not complete. We can't move on.
I am present.
Jalal.
Jalal, you want to read? Please
He's
go
alive.
on.
He's alive. Can somebody read the wish, please?
We, the
Jalal,
core
you can
team,
read it.
Earth
You're young.
Council.
I can't read it, but
I will read it. This is Elias. We, the core team, Earth Council, Universal Council support members, knowledge seekers, and humanity, wish and give freely from our souls to the commandments, balancing all souls to serve from the totality of their souls and to support and elevate the souls of the people and who vote for the leaders and leaders in position in the present and upcoming elections to elevate each nation and each newly elected serving member taking position to serve their country with love and care in correct conduct and transparency.
Each new elective, it's only for the future election, not the present who is in charge. This word, new elective, each new elective member taking the position. The present member and the future member taking this position to serve.
So by taking out newly, we make it more inclusive. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, but it's only my thoughts.
Yes, I think that's it makes it more inclusive. I agree.
Yes.
So when we have each elected serving member, that includes past and present.
you already have one in the present and upcoming elections.
It's about a position, not in the timeline, future, present, or past. It's right and it's the position. Is not about only the time. Time is not exist.
That's a good point.
It's like when the knowledge seekers, it's searching to understand what Mr. Keshe is saying in one lecture, one knowledge workshop. You can't understand the totality. It's collegiate to before and before and before. It's collegiate with the future knowledge knowledge workshop. It's like a piece of cake. When it's too little, you will not understand. When you speak on only 10 minutes from the workshop, you lose half of hour for understanding. When you have the patience to look in after, I don't know, 4 seconds, you have already the piece of puzzle and the other understanding. It's like this last part of sentence, when missing, it's the same thing. In my mind, when I look in this wish, I look at the logo when Mr. Keshe explained. I look in the star formation when explained. I look in the last teaching when Mr. Keshe explained how to make in the wish. For this reason, I asking who, for who person or soul I give in this field. And now I understand a little bit.
So could we say in any elections, rather, if that's present and upcoming refers to time, we can take that and just say any elections, take present and upcoming out and just, yeah, maybe, just an idea.
This is specifically for peace, for who is in charge to push the button, like you say, for taking this position from the other souls who represent, or each soul is in the strength in totality. It's about who making this decision or when.
Does that read better for you, Dan, the way it is now? Is that better?
I not intend in the politics. I don't have a clue, but from logic, for me, it's not important only me. To the others, it's important how it sounds. It's not my native language, English. I try to process this information, and for me, it's a little bit difficult for understanding with my soul.
Feel it, feel it.
Okay, asking the other knowledge seekers the opinion, how it sounds.
Would it read better if we had all nations and all elected serving members?
I have the problem because when you have one nation, one race, one planet, you have many countries wrap the boundary, take off the wall, and I don't know. It's necessary from in this purpose, in this manner, for saying for each country, yes, because it's each country have the customer and I don't know, not the political and geographic position specifically. The strength field of the soul or all the souls who living in that position. For me, if you say one, it includes all. The people in this room, what is thinking about this?
May I read it? How I'm feeling it real quick?
Please.
I'm going to go ahead. In the elections to elevate all nations and all elected serving members taking position to serve every country with love and care and correct conduct and transparency.
You our no, for election, our members in our country, in our position, or my leader is making the position also for the other country in right position.
I was just going for every rather than individualizing. They should serve where they're able to help, but I would hope that every elected person who has an effect, not just in their own place, but when they relate to every other place, that they would serve everybody to the best of their ability and transparency, and not just one place.
When you say the
That
nation,
one word helps change it. Yes, I like that change.
when you say the nation, because one people or few people, perhaps one is in China, the other is in America, the other is in Canada or in Brazil. When you say the nation, you take every soul, every people. It's not thinking like a country in the border of geographic. I don't know what thinking the others about this.
Well, when I see serve their country, that to me makes it a possessive, and then they're not thinking about one and all. So I like the serving every country. Anybody who has the ability to help.
Are we stuck on this one?
Yes. But we made now the change here. In any elections to elevate each nation and each selected serving member taking position to serve every country with love and care in correct conduct and transparency. And before we had to serve their country.
Which means when I clean my house, it's cleaning my city and cleaning my country. I start from me, for helping the others, for receive the helping also. This is the debate about this last part.
I hope all leaders serve every country and every person. And I hope that I not only help in my house, but I help in my neighbor's house. I serve every house in my community, in my one cup, my one life.
For this reason, I put a lot of questions. When I don't understand, I try to understand, and I'm making a lot of noise.
Me too. I just think every's more inclusive. I don't.
Yes, Jalal.
Now, in any elections to elevate to one nation,
For me, I'm afraid don't lose the purpose and the purpose about transparency, and I should not lie for thinking like a position. In this moment, we making the wish from the soul for helping for how to say, for supporting the other soul, for making the right position from these leaders, that is specifically for the soul in the political way or in the soul level. When you have the person with the rights, the soul is pure, okay, balancing. When you achieve the right position, everything in surround you, it's okay. Because I look in two ways. Political, I don't understand nothing from the political. And the right position in the right place, right time, like a soul, like a action, like a position. Is this ending loop, closed loop, from the top to spreading to the bottom, to the base, to closing the circle.
May I ask it this way, maybe to help? If I elevate the president of one country to serve their, meaning his country or her country, with love and care, it's wonderful. But I would also love them to serve all countries, every country, with love and care. That way it's one country.
When a leader serves their
I
country,
understand the
they
filter.
also serve the totality. And I think the totality is already understood. So I think it's already there.
Thank you for considering it.
So you mean the every back to their country?
I think every is fine, every or even their country, because we understand, and it's understood that when they do serve, they serve the totality. And each way, I think, is fine.
I'm not sure current elected officials understand totality. I hope that they do after reading this.
Ultimately, we are going to be creating one nation, one planet. And so I think this is understood, and that is the direction that we are going.
Agreed.
Can somebody read it again loud and clear, please? But start from, we wish and give freely from our souls to the commandments, and then read it out so I can listen to it, because I think we can reposition it a little bit that it reads easier. Somebody with a loud voice, please. Flint, can you do the honors maybe?
Carolina, hi, it's Dean from the UK. Would you like me to read it for you?
Okay, go ahead.
Loud and clear, please.
So we, the core team, Earth Council, Universal Council support members, knowledge seekers, and humanity, wish and give freely from our souls to the commandments, balancing all souls to serve from the totality of their souls and to support and elevate the souls of all the people and who vote for leaders and leaders in position in any elections to elevate each nation and each elected serving member taking position to serve every country with love and care in correct conduct and transparency. I am present.
Thank you, Dean. Anybody? Any remarks, or does this sound good?
Without country, what's happened? To serve with love and care in correct conduct and transparency.
What did you mean without country?
Yes, without world country, every country, not to serve every country. I don't know. I asking for making more short, clear, because to serve with love and care, who is serving the member taking the position. When you say only the country, is this debate or my country or your country or everybody?
This phrase I prefer not to change because it came from Mr. Keshe. Love and care contains everything.
No, I don't want to take love and care. I want to take only the country for not making the boundary between the nation.
No, because then you go contradiction to why are they choosing leaders and the serving members within their countries? At this given moment, they're still functioning in this manner.
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
Thank you for the idea. It was a beautiful talk. Thank you, everybody, wanting it so badly that you're willing to spend your time to make it happen and see it be.
If everybody is okay with it, and we don't change anything anymore, then we can stop for today. We're all getting tired, or at least I get tired.
I am present in the wish. I am present.
I am present.
I am present.
I am present.
I'm present.
I am 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 present.
This wish is also colleague to 8th to October. October is the same. The data.
Present.
I am present.
Okay. They're gonna go in public domain.
Change the data from now, or references for 2020 and 8 for October.
Yes, the first time the wish was done.
Yeah, and also the connection with the link has to be under we are present. Pardon.
Put today's date on there too.
Because this wish is colleague to the no, I don't should lie, and previous like a reference, it's the old wish. It's already complete, and this is a little bit elaborate specifically today. It's only the moment. It's all the wishes from yesterday, not now, not from the future. Is from the past. It's already complete.
Are you okay with that?
It's not needed. I am okay. For me, it's okay. It's for everybody. It's okay.
What are you saying?
It's only because I made the reference to the origin of the wish from the 8th October 2019, and under it I wrote the today's date, and we are present.
Yes, we are always referring to today and reference point.
How
But
should yes,
but
please.
I think sorry. I think you better put a title of date reference commandments Wikipedia, and because people don't know with a cap what it is, I would like you to type out KF Wikipedia or whatever is the title. The site of the commandments should be visually readable, not just, as we write, we are present. It should be under we are present or next to date reference before you start the date. Commandments.
How do you mean?
Where they can find on the website the commandments.
Yes, I have at the commandments in the text a site where you can
Yeah, I know, but the composition of this, if you go up towards underneath the wishes from the councils, we give them a reference why we created this. Yeah, commandments. Okay, it is in the wish, but you see, okay, this one is connected to. This has to go closer under when the condor of the south meets. Yeah. Put this a little bit higher. Yeah, that becomes one complete. Voila. Now, if you go a little bit higher, what do you see appearing? Kingship, yeah? Or something else. Upcoming conference in Tehran. This is what I want to see under this wish in a bracket. Commandments. Okay, commandments.
Just to put a URL there. She wants a URL with text. I know the site.
No, just commandments, comma, and then the reference where the link where they can find it. Because that's the reference to the wish, but we actually, the biggest reference here is the commandments.
The 11th commandment should not steal.
It's the, no, it's the complete commandments. The completion of the commandments, actually, or all commandments, I don't know. Commandments, how is it written on our website?
Missing commandments.
No, because we used all of them. So it has to be the complete list of commandments. That should be the title. With what Jamila brought out, we use the complete list of the commandments. So they have to be able to find all the commandments with the or link or whatever. When they click on it, that they go automatically to this page. Whatever this might be, but the title should be the complete list of commandments in brackets, so that people know that this wish has been related to this. And then they see all the commandments coming up, which creates the complete understanding when you run a country or you run a government or your whatever legislation or whatever is now present in the working of the humanity, that all these commandments now start getting enlightened to be applied. No lying, no cheating, no thieving, no whatever. Yes.
Which means you have all the commandment without one. You
Yes.
don't fit. You needed to fit it in position from every commandment, and when you achieve all in right place, it's okay.
Now you understand, Andreas? We use the references for the other wishes, and this is referred to the commandments as a complete list.
I understand, and we have to all commandments. We have only the missing commandments on the wiki. So I will create a link to the website, and when we have all, yes.
How come the complete commandments are not on our wiki? The missing should be there, but the complete as well.
Wait a second, maybe they are here.
The first 10.
They should be all under one.
Yeah, we
you
have
see
it.
The commandments and complete of, yeah.
So we have all here, yeah.
We should have the 10 and the complete list together. And they're
Yes,
all
we
there.
have. Yeah.
Okay, so that's sufficient enough. Ursula, is she still present here? Or has she disappeared?
No, I'm here.
You're
Ursula is
still
here.
here? Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
Just 1 second, Ursula. I don't want to lose you. Just 1 second.
My computer's running out and we have a little bad connection here sometimes, but connecting with many others. Be your souls, just in front of us. Incredible what happens here.
Ursula, you're gonna have to get away from the barking of the dog. That's for sure.
Yes, there are 2 big ones here.
Okay. Set up a meeting in Zoom after this platform, as we are about to close down anyway, but I didn't want to lose you. Call me into the meeting so then I can invite Mr. Keshe.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes,
so we wait till this is finished. You set up the meeting with the Zoom number and then you call me in and then I call Mr. Keshe.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, no problem. But just make sure you're away from that barking of the dogs, please.
Yes.
It makes it very difficult to understand you.
I understand. We will try.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
You have enough time.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. No problem. So, this will be complete. We have achieved a lot today, knowledge seekers and council members. Thank you very much. That was beautiful. So for the next Tuesday platform, now you know if you see anything that should be wished for your country, just please come and request to open the wish list, to position your wish within that for your language community. I see Dean Hansen has his hands up. Do you want to say something, Dean? Because your microphone is open apparently.
Not hearing you, Dean, if you're trying to speak.
I don't know, it's just that the hand is up and I don't know why.
Hands up, the microphone's open, but we don't hear any words. So I guess he must be not having maybe he's having a connection issue.
He's together with Ursula, so she could tell him or warn him.
Okay. Anybody, any more questions before we close down? And thank you very much, Andreas, for supporting us on this wish list platform. And if you can pass the wishes like yesterday to my Zoom or to my Telegram, that would be very nice. Thank you. And in the meantime, I thank all the hosts and co-hosts, knowledge seekers, council members, and support council members and knowledge seekers for this beautiful work today. And please post them out, refer people back, bring them to your wishes so that we can create that beautiful, magnificent, magnetical field strength for each one we have put down today. And it will bring the attention to the other wishes we have already manifested in the Wikipedia. So it brings a lot of people back to our website, which is beautiful, and then they can do a lot of searching themselves. Tomorrow morning, it's Rick's time of working, and at 5 o'clock it is my private class. You can find it on the roster as the private students. So we can work, you can bring your topics on the table. And I really thank all the knowledge seekers which were working and making this understanding platform ready in the soul teaching, the private teaching. Thank everybody, every single one of you. And we are going to have a meeting with the Spanish-speaking community very soon. So this was the 105th One Nation, One Planet, One Race. And thank you for all your beauties. I give it back to you, Rick.
Okay, thank you very much, Carolina, for another One Nation broadcast here. This has been the 105th One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace for Tuesday, February 18th, 2020. I don't think there's any other announcements we have to make. Is there anything else that anyone can add? There is the Keshe Plasma Reactor Group, as Carolina mentioned, which is starts at 7 a.m. Central European Time on Wednesday, February 19th. And she mentioned her private teachings later on. Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry, Rick. I have the question. I see the Massimo making a little try to making the Zoom in the Italian group. Who is, I don't know, Stefania or who is the member of Universal Council in the Italian? Is the Zoom room in the Italian group? Is my question. I have the service.
No, there is. Are you a support council member?
Me?
Yes.
No, I help. I try, but no, I'm not.
Okay.
For who?
Stefania does not have a teaching platform, nor public nor private, connected to the Keshe Foundation. So if you want to set up anything in Italian, you're going to have to get in touch with Stefania.
Okay, because I know Massimo Tocalini is trying to making the Zoom for bringing together the knowledge seeker from Italian group. And for this reason, I'm asking, is one room for Italian groups?
No, it's
Okay.
not available yet. You can work in the Universal Council support as Universal Council support members. Yes, you can create or request and work in that chat room once you're a council support member. When it comes down to specific and only Italian, you're going to have to refer to Stefania. There is Universal Council room in Messenger from Facebook existing, but I never see no Italian people appearing there. So there are people there present, but they never communicate. There is also one that was created specific for Italian doctors to find their way with question and answers, and it's a quiet room as well. So they are not interactive in Italy, and I don't understand why, because I tried to kickstart the live. They also have an official Facebook group, KF SSI, and nobody is active in it. I cannot get the Italian people to come more forward to be active. So have a chat with Stefania. She's the Universal Council member for the Italian language speaking community. So maybe you can sort of or find a solution there.
Okay, thank you for sharing, and good
You're
night,
welcome.
good morning. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rick.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you, Dan. Thank you, Carolina. And that'll end today's 105th One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace. Thank you, everybody, for attending. And Flint, I think you can take us out, and thank you as well for your efforts today, and Peggy and all the others that have helped support this show and are part of the Keshe Foundation and all knowledge seekers everywhere. Thanks, everybody, and see you next time around.
Hello. We are the Keshe Foundation. Our mission is to bring peace on earth and join humanity with the universal community. We wish and work to bring man as equal to all beings in the universe. By teaching plasma science and technology equally to everyone, no one is left out and no one is abused due to lack of knowledge. By donating to us, you can help achieve this goal. KesheFoundation.org/donate